nobody know them father was a killer.
Hear the children crying for love.
In what was heralded as a day of family and community, the Honorable Dr. Siraj Ratan Ramachan, Minister of Works and Infrastructure, handed over the keys to a new $1 million facility aimed at positively resolving some of the existing social and economic issues in the communities of Bagatelle and Blue Basin, Diego Martin. The Bagatelle Blue Basin Police Youth Club is one of 18 such facilities that have been successfully commissioned by the Unemployment Relief Program in recent years. The completion of this facility, like many others, is in keeping with some of the URP's key objectives of providing opportunities for skills enhancement and outreach services to some of this country's most vulnerable and high-risk individuals and groups. For a number of years, the communities of Bagatelle and Blue Basin have been stigmatized by reports of incidents of crime, unemployment, teenage pregnancies, as well as youth delinquency. However, with the opening of this new facility, community activist Mrs. Marcia Marchand has a renewed vision and enthusiasm towards the sustainable development of residents, particularly the 156 members of her youth club. The club's members are between the ages of 5 to 16.
Yes, 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 yes. The residents of Bagatelle Blue Basin, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the support. And here now, you see that man sitting down there, Mr. Ramachan? Oh, God, boy. That is a man. I went in his office, humble, and within 10 minutes, I get the building. Within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes. I explained to him what I'm doing in Bagatelle, what nobody wants to do in Bagatelle. Nobody. And he sat down and he listened. He listened. He listened. And within 10 minutes, he took the paper and he said, Ms. Marchand, $1 million. $1 million.
This center was in fact built in a very short space of time. It's quite surprising. All kudos to the contractor. All kudos to the Unemployment Relief Program for the speed at which this facility was done. The work is of a fairly high quality, and if you can duplicate this kind of thing all over Trinidad, and, well, Trinidad, because you don't work in Tobago, you would certainly be doing very good work. So I want to congratulate URP for what they have done here. And I know that the minister has sought to shift URP away from bad word gangs to projects, because you know when you do these projects you actually have physical evidence, tangible evidence that you're doing something.
Senator the Honorable Brigadier General Carlton Alfonso also took the opportunity to commend the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure's continued commitment to people-centered development. He also shared personal sentiments about crime and youth development in the area.
You youngsters down there in your purple jerseys and your green jerseys outside, the panis, you're the ones who have to guide us from here on in with a little, just a little help from us. There was a time when in any community there were some icons, not people who wore bling bling and wore their pants halfway and did whatever they felt like doing. Simple icons. The police officer in the community, the nurse, and the head teacher, or the headmaster. Those were icons. Those were people that you looked up to. Those were people who set the standard for how we behave. I don't think it is very different from the community I grew up in. And I grew up in plenty of communities. Trinidad community, St. Lucia, Antigua, and St. Kitts. So I grew up in the Caribbean, and it's no different from the communities, large and small, in our country. There is a good policeman. You would hear all sorts of negative things about the police, but I know that there have been good policemen. Have there been any bad ones? I understand so, I don't know. But there have been good policemen. Clearly, Ms. Marchand will testify to that and endorse that. And that is why her children are trying to follow in the footsteps of the law enforcement fraternity.
Minister Rambachan rounded off the morning's proceedings by reminding attendees that the centre should represent a place of learning, knowledge and empowerment, irrespective of the politics of the day. He said that to create better communities and more responsible citizens, young people need to be groomed from an early stage. The role of any government is implicit in this.
Government cannot do this job. Government cannot do this job. This is a job in which government has to engage in partnerships with community leaders and with the local communities if we are in fact to ensure that we can transform the minds of our children into the space where we want it to be. And therefore government has a duty. Let me go further. Government has a responsibility to provide the human, the capital and the material resources that will make the work of the leaders of these communities easier and facilitate their efforts.